Hi everyone, so today I have this new set from Diamond Press that they have brought to HSN for the craft day, for July 13th craft day, and these items were sent free of charge from our review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So what's fun about this set, if you saw any of the sneak previews, is that I believe they layer some of the stamps, so we'll check that out. So it's the Happy Holidays border stamp and die kit. So let's open this up and see what we got. Okay, sorry about that. And while I took that pause, I probably should have opened this. I know some people don't like the sound of the crinkling. Let me get this open over here. So, wow, so nice. So, yeah, I was very curious as far as the actual sizes. We'll measure these in just a minute. So it does come with a marquee cutting folder if you need that, of course, for your marquee. Again, all thin metal dies are interchangeable with any machine or system that cuts thin metal dies, so it doesn't have to be in the marquee. But I do want to show you some of these stamps. Okay, that's what I was curious about. Yeah, so I think... Let's see, I guess we could find that out right now. Yeah, see, they layer over each other. So like this one layers over this one here. And wherever you see like a gap in this area, there's some over here that can fill that in. Or you can just use them themselves. You don't have to layer them if you don't want to. And then we have, and that's the snowflakes. So we have Merry Christmas, we have little holly, we have the little star garland. And then these guys... Also, you can use these singly, individually, or you can layer them up, or you can, and then you can put them on their strand here. Now, I had an idea. I was thinking about using the snowflakes today, but I do want to talk about that ornament strand. So what I would do if you were going to put this on its little string is go ahead and just cut this out in your white paper or whatever paper. I'm assuming it's going to be white because you want to color them in, or not color them in, because you want to use colored inks to show up, right, once you've layered them. Go ahead and cut this out first, and then layer them that way. Then come in and stamp, or use your stamping tool, however you would like to use it. And then you can take that line also and pop it on there, and then stamp it, okay? Because I think if you were to stamp this, it would be more difficult for you to understand or know where to put each thing. So definitely cut that out first and then do the stamping. And then each thing has a die, even the little skinny garland with the little stars. And then this is to cut out that Merry Christmas, and then of course the holly, and then this even cuts out the snowflake band there. And then we have fa la la la, season's greetings. Hey, I can read these real easy. Happy, and of course I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to get caught up here, because that's how it is for me. Holidays, yes, and one last thing that I can just look on here. Merry and bright, that's right. So then it does have a little sample sheet there, and of course it's showing you kind of how you would do that with the layering. And again with our little pieces here. How cute is that? I love this kind of thing. And then we have our other pieces here. So I'm going to grab some paper. Get started, like I say, but let me measure this real quick. So this one, it's about 6 inches wide. And just like an inch and a quarter thick. I just want to see. So they're all about 6. This one's a little bit over 6 inches. Okay, so that's what I was curious about. Okay, so let me grab some papers and we'll get started. Okay, so we'll just get right to it. I'm going to use the snowflakes. That's kind of what I had in mind to use today. And so I'm just going to use a stamping tool, but if you have a really good eye, I don't know that you would need this, but it does make it a lot easier. So I'm trying to see. I have a dark blue and a light blue ink that I brought out. And I think I'll make these the light blue and these the dark blue. And I don't think it matters which one we start with. Just gotta layer it up. So I'm gonna take this off. And I'm gonna give myself room for the die. This is stamping paper, a very smooth stamping paper. Oh, having said that, since this is 6 inches wide, I wanna make sure I'm within this mat really well. And yeah, just pick that up. And if you have any big air bubbles, you definitely want to work those out. We've talked about that in the past. And which one did I say? I was going to do dark blue and light blue. I'm so silly. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'll do this one dark blue. I'm going to kind of scrape across a little bit too because this is the first time I've used this stamp. And of course, if I don't get a good impression, I'll just move my paper and do it again. But, okay. Oh, so pretty. I missed that little top corner right there. That was my bad, just right there. That's really lovely. Alright, I'm gonna go wash this off and then we're gonna move on to the second layer. So for this next one, I'm gonna take this guy. And actually I'm gonna look through this because yeah, so if you see this, you know, it has that color on there so you can kind of help you see where, so it should be like that. And you can see it doesn't fit that way, right? So it's this way. And push that up against there, making sure that's up in that corner. And now I can just kind of eyeball the placement of this guy. And I'm looking left and right, I'm looking up and down, and I think that's pretty good right there. Now if you also want to cut the strip out first out of the white paper, you know, with your die, and then go and stamp into it, you can do that too. I'm just doing it this way and I think that'll work. And then I have a lighter blue called Ocean Blue here. This one has very fine details too. Kind of scraping it, just making sure I have plenty of ink on there. Make sure I'm hitting every area. Oh, so cute. Again, I keep missing this top area. It's the way I'm pushing. Very good. I'm going to work on this little piece here. Again, I probably have a little bubble there, and I can see exactly that there's a little bubble there. Can you see that? And just that is keeping that from happening. So anyhow, I'll work that out and I'll stamp it one more time, and I'll be right back. Yeah, it's so funny. All I do is just pop the little bubble, and there we go. So, alright. And what I mean pop is just release it and do it again. You know what I'm saying? Lay it back down again. Alright, so all we're going to do is cut this strip out. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with my card, but I think I'm going to make a mini slimline. And I don't know if I'm going to make myself an aperture or just go ahead and cut it. I feel like I need to make an aperture, so what I'm going to do is take this, and I have some scrap paper here. Okay. This is too big a scrap paper. I'm going to cut it down a little bit, but I'm going to stick this down and run it through the marquee, and I'll be right back and I'll show you what I mean when I make an aperture. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this down a little bit just to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to run this through just like this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I cut an aperture, I'm just using a scrap piece of paper, and you can use, if you cut it out of a color that you like, you can then use this as a drop shadow, but I just cut it out of yellow, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to use a new folder just so that, because this one's kind of longer, just to make sure we get a nice cut. And it looked like it was hugging it pretty closely, so I cut my paper the way I did. And all we're going to do is open this up and kind of take a peek through here and see if I have it even the right way. Is it supposed to go like that, or is it supposed to go like this? Yep. See, it didn't quite fit, and I can tell something was up. So we should go this way. There's plenty of border on there. I just didn't want to cut anything off. So right there. And then I'll put kind of that little tape that's there holding that down. And then I'm going to put one more piece because I really don't want this to move too much. And now when I run it through, it's going to cut pretty perfectly where we were. And like I said, I'm going to use one of the new folders. And completely fit that in there. And then we have this pretty little border that we just made. Cute. I'll be right back, guys. So this is going to be a very quick card. So we have our little belly band or base. Again, it's basically 6 inches, just a little smaller. And I said I'd probably do a mini slimline, so I have that. And then I went into my Merry & Bright card kit, and I just picked out a few different little things that I thought would be really sweet with the snowflakes. And I picked the card base from there. So this is a really soft, minty kind of blue. Is that minty blue? I don't know. But card base, which I thought was cute. And I was just kind of building up on this. So I'm going to cut this down to a slimline, a mini slimline. So it's already 3.5 inches wide. So I'm just going to cut it to 6 inches. Six inches should be right there. And we have this pretty little piece of paper we can die cut or use for something else later. It's nice and sturdy. And I got this from a paper pack that I have. Is like a holiday paper pack that I've had for a minute here. And I like that the blue tones are kind of off, because when I bring this in, this also has its own blue tones. It just looks all pretty, I think. So I think I'll pop this on here too. And then I had to let it snow. Nice and icy. And then I figured let's put in some snowflakes too. So I'm going to put these time with the paint up, and hopefully you can see, again, sometimes these have a little carrier on them, so you want to pick that off just to keep them safe. And I will put it with, again, like I said, the paint side up. Okay, I was just taking the carrier off of this guy. So let's layer it up. Sweet, quick card. Again, you can make these little die and stamp set combos. The focal point, background, borders as they're intended. This piece of paper is 3 1/4 by 5 3/4, because I did want that minty color to show up in the back. And I'm going to glue this down. I think I wanted this guy like here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. And this little guy was kind of out here, and then we have to let it snow popped up right here, I think. So let's glue this guy down. I'm going to glue him down at the bottom edge and a little bit on these little dots, kind of hiding it. I want it straight. I like it to be a little more playful like that. And this little guy down here. Again, whatever's underneath I'll cover a little more in glue, but then what might be showing I'll do a little bit less. A little more discreet. Cute. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. These are going to take a second to dry because of the plastic. Whenever I put wet glue on a plastic like that, it does take a little longer to dry. So as you can see, when I move this guy moved too. Is that where I want that? Yeah, I just put it right across the center, pretty much. Okay, I'm going to give this a moment to dry. I'm going to put some dimensional adhesives on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my dimensionals on here. And I'm just going to pop that right here. That's really sweet. Super cute, just like that. It has, you know, with the prettiness there with the acetate pieces. But I want to show you guys something else, just in case you've never seen this. So this is also from the Merry & Bright card kit. It's a new card kit. They are available now. They're on HSN. I'll have the links, of course, for everything. I want to pop some of these on here, and I think I'll put that one there. Look how nice and big and juicy that one is. Oh, that one's cute. Maybe we'll go with this one, and then for this guy, we'll use the smaller one. So I'm just taking one of my Diamond Press alcohol ink markers from the first iteration. You guys know, if you saw the sneak peeks, there's a big mega kit coming out with all new colors, newly revamped markers and all that, so keep an eye out. I will definitely have a review for you guys coming up very soon here. So I'm going to take the brush side, and I'm just going to color this clear rhinestone, or gem, whatever you want to call it. And now it's blue. And then it's kind of a deep blue, and that's what I chose. Of course, you can use any color. If you use a very, very light color, it'd be very faint, so I did go with like a little deeper color. And then this guy, I think I'll color it here. This doesn't take long to dry because they're alcohol ink markers, so I'll just let that set up for just a second. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just going to let that dry for just a second. Okay, I think they're dry now, so I'm going to pick that one up and pop them right on here. So that's what's really nice about having clear stones. Definitely a staple, because you can do whatever you want with them. I'm going to take that one off. Sorry. Let's go, buddy. what you got on here? Little my tacky glue stuff went out onto there. Oopsie. I guess I can just place this one. He's a big boy. And there we go. Alright guys, quick and easy card with a little border, all kinds of little accents, using some fun things from the Merry and Bright card kit. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Die Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have links in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.